Your brain is around 200,000 years old. It evolved to hunt, gather and survive, but not to stare at screens and manage 47 notifications before breakfast. The same system that once helped you track prey and sense danger is now overloaded by pings, notifications and dopamine hits. And that's exactly why you can't focus and modern productivity feels so broken. But don't worry, because in this video I'm going to be teaching you how you can hijack this brain of yours to ensure you can stay focused, be productive and do the work you say you're going to do every single time. Let's get into it. Hello, if you don't know me already, I'm Dylan and I work with people who struggle with productivity and need actionable tips to stop procrastination. I was personally in a similar position. I spent 5,000 hours or 210 days straight wasted on Call of Duty and other sorts of video games, but I effortlessly and easily turned it around to breeze through my work, for my business, for my education, for my personal development goals. And now I help others do the same with this YouTube channel and my school community linked below. But in this video, we're going to be covering why your brain is outdated and why modern productivity simply isn't compatible with the way your brain is structured. We evolved in times of scarcity, a lack of safety, and a lot of danger, so the brain is made in that way. For example, your reticular activating system is highly sensitive to novelty because that's what kept you safe. Because in nature, every new sound, every new sight, every new environment you were disposed to oftentimes meant danger and potential of death. Not only this, but we inherently as humans have evolved to have an energy conservation bias. The brain takes up statistically 20% of the body's energy per day. So as humans, we want the path of least resistance. We want the path that allows us to not consume that energy so we can save it, use it in other areas, stay alive longer and avoid unnecessary effort. Which, as you can probably guess, leads us down to procrastination, leads us down to not doing the work we say we're going to do, because it's simply saving energy and avoiding the difficult tasks. Now with this in mind, here are the actionable tips to combat this evolutionary bias for procrastination. And the first tip is to raw dog as much as possible. And this is a term going around social media where you complete tasks with the least stimulation possible. If you're driving, you drive. No music, no podcast, no conversation, you just drive. If you're typing, you type. If you're speaking, you speak. If you're writing, you write. You do your best to raw dog, to have no other stimulation as much as possible. If you're on a plane, you enjoy the journey with no music, no movies, no distractions. If you're on a walk, you enjoy the walk with no music, no podcast, no distractions, to reset your dopamine baseline. So the dopamine baseline is important because essentially constant stimulation lowers your dopamine baseline. Because you have the spike, it goes up, it comes below baseline. You get another spike, it comes up, it goes below that baseline. It comes up, it goes below the baseline you just set until by the end of your session, by the end of the day, by the end of the week, by the end of the month, by the end of the year, your dopamine baseline is now massively lower than it was before. So it means you need more activation energy, more dopaminergic release to actually reach the baseline that makes you feel good, that makes you human, normal, able to do the work you say you're going to do and actually feel motivated because of the constant stimulation. Does that make sense? That's why a lot of people struggle with ADHD. That's why a lot of people struggle with getting out of bed in the morning, because their baseline is so low. So when you remove the stimulation, your baseline naturally rises and rises and rises and rises until it's back to that normal baseline that allows you to wake up in the morning, dive out of bed, be motivated, be disciplined, be driven, be productive, and do the things you say you're going to do. The second actionable tip is to reduce friction. Like we said before, you're wired to choose the path of least resistance. So if it's difficult to do the thing, you're oftentimes not going to do it. So with that in mind, the most obvious, simple, actionable step is to reduce friction. And it can be tiny things like your laptop being in a different room, your laptop being dead. The files you need to work on are hidden from sight. You have to search, you have to find them, you have to scour your computer to even start the work. Your pen isn't working, it's out of ink. So the tip for you, the actionable step, is to think about the tasks you often do. Whether it be studying, working on a business, etc. You need to find the consistent tasks you do and just make them 10, 20, 30% easier to get into, because then that becomes the path of least resistance. Your laptop open on your desk with the files you need ready to go. Your pen working perfectly. You've got pages and pages to write on. Your desk is clean and not cluttered. So you actually have the physical space to get into it. It's these tiny little micro tasks that build up and cause this procrastination, because again, the brain wants to conserve energy and do the easiest thing possible. Just before we get into the third actionable tip, one of the most powerful ones in my opinion, if you want more help like this, more personal help, calls, resources, templates, tools, trackers, then the top link in the description will take you to my private school community in which I'm going to be helping you turn productive. If you sign up using the link below, you'll get my personal help, you'll get my personal strategies, you'll get everything I've learned across the past 2 years of studying productivity, thousands of hours of podcasts, thousands of hours of me trying to implement the strategies to find what works, what doesn't, etc. And I'll be applying it to you in your life directly to ensure that you actually make progress. I genuinely want to help you. So if you check out the top link in the description, I'll see you in there. The final actionable tip is to reduce decision fatigue. So your brain wants to conserve energy so you can live longer, survive evolutionarily. So how can we reduce the energy it uses? And it's by reducing decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is the idea of brain points. You wake up, you decide what you need to wear, takes 10 brain points. You decide what you need to do in the gym, takes another 10 brain points. You decide what work you need to do, takes another 10 brain points. And then work block 1 takes 30 brain points. Work block 2, another 30 brain points. And by the time you get to more of the work you need to complete, you physiologically can't do it because your cognitive is exhausted. You've exhausted the brain points, the power of the brain, because of the decision fatigue. If you set out the clothes the night before, plan your day the night before, plan your workout the night before, plan what you're going to eat the night before, you're saving all of these brain points that can be reimbursed into the work you actually need to do, making you that much more productive, that much more efficient in saving energy, making the brain run smoother. So find the tasks, find the micro tasks, find the micro things that are absorbing the brain points and getting this decision fatigue, and simply either pre-plan them, act on them the night before, or simply cut them out. And you will be surprised on the difference it makes. So there are 3 actionable steps in this video. Raw dog life as much as possible to reset your dopamine baseline. Secondly, reduce friction. Make it easy to do. Make it frictionless, effortless, easy, because your brain loves the path of least resistance. And number 3 is reduce decision fatigue. And the 4th tip is to sign up to my school community using the link below so I can help you one-to-one to finally become productive. It's $1 a day to keep the procrastination away, and I look forward to seeing you there. Subscribe.